Okay. Then next point, it's very, very short range of 10 to power of minus 16 meter. Okay. And you can write the application of weak nuclear force. You can write emission of beta rays, beta, B-E-T-A, beta rays, splitting of nuclei, N-U-C-L-E-I, splitting of nuclei into mesons, Can you see the board?
Meson spelling.
I'll tell you. Can you see the board?
Yes.
Okay. So, mesons. Okay. Then we can come bosons, baryons, B-A-R-Y-O-N, baryons, etc. Okay. Mesons, bosons, baryons, then kaons, pions, so many are there. So just write 2, 3. Okay. And beta radiation, we also can represent beta radiation. You represent with this symbol, beta. Either B stretched with a tail. It is beta. Then another example is nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion in sun. Okay. So these are the application of the weak nuclear force in nature. There's a formation of different particles. That is same 3 particles, electron, protons, neutron. They can be split into maybe proton into electron and neutron. Positron, there is another word, formation of the emission of positrons. Positrons actually is the positive electron. So this is the new thing for you. So far we have learned about electron is negative. So the proton can be split into another new particles, positrons. Why it is positive electron? It has some features of electrons. That is why we call it as positrons. Okay.
Ma'am, one doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, weak nuclear force is greater than which force, ma'am?
Strong nuclear force is greater than any other force. Strong nuclear force is greater than all other forces. Weak nuclear force is greater than gravitational force. Weak nuclear force is greater than gravitational force, but weaker than electromagnetic and strong nuclear force. Okay. So these are the sums. So there is such a lot is there anyway. Only for the time being, for your knowledge, that's enough. Okay. We don't have, because we didn't go to the serious studies that we will be studying in +2. Okay. Now we are moving on to next one. Some important terms you need to study. It is not only learning thing. Some we know that we have a numerical problems in every chapter. We have a numerical problems in every chapter. So we have to learn some what you call fundamental, some kind of mathematical knowledge or basic knowledge in mathematics with the dealings of powers and all that. So we have to learn that first. So I'm moving on to that one. Handle over. Okay, I think you can see this board. So these are the prefixes. I think in 10th standard I have already mentioned some of the prefixes, but for your +1 point of view, you have to learn all these prefixes. Okay, you don't have to copy. I will click it, or those who have mobile, you can have a screenshot. Otherwise, I'll send in the WhatsApp. Okay, Just learn from the beginning. So this side is known as smaller prefixes. Oh, sorry. Yeah. This side is known as smaller prefixes. So left side we have seen smaller prefixes, and the right side, I mean this side, according to you I don't know. So according to me, to the left side is the bigger prefixes and the smaller prefixes are on the right side. So smaller prefixes means powers of 10 minus, okay, 10 to the power of minus 1, 10 to the power of minus 2, 10 to the power of minus 3, all that. And this side we have bigger prefixes. Okay. So 10 to the power of minus 1, you have heard of decimeter, centimeter, millimeter, micrometer. So what is simply, it is not the names, there is a meaning. Deci means, deci stands for the number 10 to the power of minus 1. Centi stands for 10 to the power of minus 2. So if you say centimeter, if you say the centimeter, it is 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. That's the meaning. Milli means mm, small mm, millimeter, 10, I think in maths and all you have already studied milli and all, but in physics, they have a lot of other prefixes you have to learn. Micro. When you come to deal with the nuclear force, we have to learn micro. So micro stands for 10 to the power of minus 6 and letter is mu. Okay. Then nanometer. So 10 to the power of minus 9. Okay, wavelength of the light is in nanometer. That is what we have to learn. Then pico. Pico means 10 to the power of minus 12. Femto or Fermi. Another word is Fermi. Fermi means 10 to the power of minus 50. Atto. Okay. Septo, octo and all we don't use. At least till atto you need to memorize. Till atto you need to memorize these prefixes for our problems. Septo, octo, it's not necessary. Okay. So you have to learn these powers, their value and how we represent that symbols. Then only when you get the problem, you will identify whether it's a milli, micro, nano, pico. That's the meaning. Similarly, in this section, you can study up to 10 to the power of 80. That is exa. So 10 to the power of 1, deca, 10 to the power of square, that is 100. Hecto, kilo, 1000. Mega, that is 100,000, 1 lakh. 10 to the power of 6. Giga, 10 to the power of 9. Our mobile data, 2 GB. 4 GB. What is this GB? G stands for giga. That is 10 to the power of 9 bytes. That is why this GB stands for. Okay. Gigabytes. Yeah. Then tera. 10 to the power of 12. Peta. 10 to the power of 15. Exa. 10 to the power of 18. So 10 to the power of minus 18 and 10 to the power of 18. So up to here you need to by heart and memorize. Otherwise, if you do the problem, you will not able to try to understand what there's a nano, micro, all that. Clear? Shall I change the slide? Or you want me to? Anyone is copying down or shall I change it? So children, don't forget this, all this basic required for +2 also. So the first classes, whatever I take, you require for your +2 basic. That's what I am teaching you now. Now, next one we are moving on to physical quantities. Physical quantities, the quantities which we use in physics. So, physical quantities mainly two types. Physical quantities, we have mainly two types. One is fundamental quantities. I think you must have heard about it. Fundamental quantities. Okay. The board. So I think you are able to see the board. Clear? Okay. So physics quantities, or we call it physical quantities. Physical quantities are derived into two quantities. One is known as fundamental quantities. Fundamental quantities. And the third one is known as derived quantities. Derived quantities. Okay. Derived quantities. Now, what do you mean by fundamental quantities? We have mainly 7 fundamental quantities. 7 fundamental quantities. Okay. Derived quantities are formed using fundamental quantities. It is not a quantity which is by nature. We are making that quantities out of these fundamental quantities. Formed using fundamental quantities. Okay. Derived quantities are formed using fundamental quantities. Now, which are the fundamental quantities you have learned it? Can you tell me anyone? Simply, I am lecturing, will not do. Anyone, can you tell me some of the fundamental quantities? You must have learned in small classes also. 9th standard.
Meter.
Meter. What is meter measured? Meter is a measurement. What is the quantity? Quantity
Length.
means length. Quantity means, children, it is the name of the physical terms what we learned. Mass, volume, area. Okay, correct. So one of them is length. Length. Okay. Mass. Very good. Mass. Then, tell me.
Time.
Time. Correct. Time. I'll tell you what is the difference between this and that. Okay, next. Tell me.
Weight.
No, weight is not a fundamental quantities. Let me write. I'll tell you why we call it weight. Okay, weight is a
Volume.
derived quantity. Volume. Volume also is a derived quantity. Tell me, no problem. We can just write it.
Temperature.
Yes, temperature. Yes. Then, anyone? What? Time, length, mass, time, temperature. Anyone?
Current.
Current. Current is another fundamental quantity. Then, sixth. Sixth one may not be knowing much, but still some of you may be knowing it. Because these all are very common fundamental quantities, because if you look at here, I tell you why it is derived quantity. Can you tell me another derived quantity by looking at weight and volume? Someone can just guess and tell me which can be. Yeah? Just guess.
Speed.
Speed. I'll tell you why it is. Okay. Because it is made up of, formed from fundamental quantities. That is the clue. Okay. Another one. Anything which
Density.
Density. Yes. Density. More.
Velocity.
Velocity. Okay. Good. More. One more. Anything? Simple one. So,
Acceleration.
acceleration. Okay, acceleration. Let us make
Pressure.
it. Pressure. Okay, let us be. Okay. So we stop here. We have so many derived fundamental quantities. We have 7. Which you don't know is luminous intensity. It is related to light. The thickness of with what amount of light we are getting it. So that is the another fundamental quantity. And The last fundamental quantity is chemistry. It is amount of substance. 1 mole of hydrogen, 1 mole of helium. So that we have used in nuclear physics, no? So that is what. So these are fundamental quantities. And why they are fundamentally means they do not depend upon any other quantity. They are independent quantity. They do not depend upon any other quantities. That means if you want to measure the length of a chain, we don't require any other quantity. Take the scale and measure it. So it does not depend upon any. They do not depend upon any other quantities. So they are known as fundamental quantities, and some books we call it as fundamental units also. Fundamental units also. Clear? But here what is that? I already told you they formed due to derived. If you just take up weight, what is the formula of the weight? Anyone? mg. Weight is mg. So what is m? M is what?
Mass.
Mass. It's the fundamental quantity. What is g?
Gravity.
Gravity.
It is gravity, means it is known as acceleration due to gravity.
Gravity.
Yeah. So it is also we are getting from fundamental, because what is the equation for acceleration? We are learned in 10th or 9th standard. Acceleration is the velocity by time. So you see, the time is a fundamental quantity. Correct. So that is why it is made up of. Therefore, weight is a derived quantity. Volume. Look at the volume. Volume of a cube. What is the volume of a cube? Or length into breadth into height. Correct.
Cube length, cube.
Okay. All this. But all these are length. Correct. All these are length. So that is what it is known as fundamental quantity. Similarly, area. Area of a rectangle. What is the formula of area of a rectangle? Rectangle. Max, no? It's a symbol. Length into breadth. So again, breadth. Breadth is from length. Okay. Similarly, if you look at density. Density is equal to mass by volume. Again, mass. Fundamental quantity. So this is what we call, why we call fundamental quantities and derived quantities. So all these derived quantities we are getting from the fundamental quantities. Okay. So because of that, we always use SI unit of system or SI unit for physical quantities. We use SI unit, that is System of International Standards. System of International Standards. So in physics, we always, whenever you do the problem, we need to get the answer in SI unit. You have to convert. Okay. System of International Units. That is meter, kg, second. These are the three units we use in order to get the SI unit. For us, that means meter. Meter is the unit of fundamental quantity length. Kg is the unit of a fundamental quantity mass. And second is the fundamental quantity time. So, SI unit system are mainly made up of three fundamental units, fundamental quantities and its units. So, velocity. To talk about velocity, it is the displacement by time. So, again, time is come. So, time unit is second. Displacement again is a length. So, you get an equation. Displacement unit is meter. Time unit is second. Therefore, SI unit of velocity, you can derive by yourself. If you know the formula, you don't have to by heart it. If you know the formula, you can apply this MKS system or SI unit system. Meter per second means meter per second or meter s to the power of minus 1. Why it is minus 1? Again max. Yeah? Integers, you know integers. A raised to m by b. If you take this b here. Here what is the index of b? Even it is not written what is the index of b here.
-1.
No, I'm just telling b. B. What is the index of b in the denominator? 1.
1.
Correct. Okay. So, if you apply the mass, what it become? A to the power of m, b to the power of minus 1. Okay. So, this is how we can use integers. The same thing happen here. When you say meter per second, how do we get that? Take s on top. So, when you take it become minus 1. Okay. So, these are the some fundamental we have to use in order to solve the numericals. Clear? No. 140. Okay. Okay, children. So, these are the fundamental units and all. Now, already you remember all these things, correct? The nano, hecto, I'll give you symbol. Just all of you take your notes and just write down. Write the following fractions. It's a max, but we require. Okay, just little basic. Write the following fractions in powers of 10. Okay. So I'll be giving you a set of fractions. You have to write it powers of 10 to the power of how much? Whether it is minus 3, whether it is minus 5. You have to write it by yourself. Okay? Clear? That's some basic. It's a max, no symbol. But I wanted to know. Okay. The first one. Okay, just count the zeros, okay? Okay, that's enough. One idea, only I want to get to the correct idea. That's enough. No need of doing such a lot. Okay. A, B, C, D, E. Maybe one more F can give with the numbers. Okay. So there are 6. And all these you need to write it in terms of powers. Powers of 10. Okay. Can you do by yourself? Let me see. Don't think about nano and all. You just look at the powers of how many zeros and just make it yourself. 10 to the power of how much? Ayo. Tapoi. Gone case. Oh. Okay. First one. Okay. Yeah. I think you all have copied. Yeah, do by yourself. Okay. I hope everyone has completed. Any doubt? Are you ready to give me the answer, all of you?
Yes.
Okay. So let me start with Achyut first. Achyut, first one. What is your answer?
10 raised minus 6.
Minus 6. Okay, correct. Yeah. Let me go to Gayatri. Next answer.
Raised to
10 to the power of?
7.
How many zeros are there in that, Gayatri? Just count the second one. 8. So what is your answer?
10 to the power of 8.
Yeah, 10 to the power. Physics, this kind of mistake is very common. Okay. Emmanuel. Tell me the next one. Simple one only, no? 1 by 10. Tell me.
10 raised to minus 1.
10 raised to minus 1. You'll be wondering why, ma'am, you are teaching this 7th standard, this thing. That's what some of you may be thinking. But there are students even don't know they have made a mistake in the previous exams. That's what I talked in. Okay, Lydia, tell me the D.
10 raised to minus 10.
Minus 7. count zeros.
10.
How much?
Minus 10.
See how we are simply making mistake. It looks very simple, but see the mistake is coming up. Okay. Next, who is that? Malavika Radhakrishnan. Can you give me the answer of 1 by 500,000 in powers of 10? What do you do? Malavika, what is your answer? You tell me. Malavika? Just say what is your answer. No problem. See, time is going. I need to complete now. Malavika Radhakrishnan. What's your answer? Yeah? She is not come. Meenakshi?
5
Can you
into
give-
10 raised to minus 6.
Just simply you can say 5 into 10 to the power of minus 6, Meenakshi. No, I'm just asking you. Okay. 1 by 5. So, in this case, this 5 is not in the numerator, it is in the denominator. So, you cannot simply say 5 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So, the first part in this, if it is like this, we have to split into the number and the powers. Okay? For everyone. Anyone has some different answers from Meenakshi? You can tell me. Atul?
10 raised to minus 6 by 5.
10 raised to minus 6 by 5. Okay, just make it little more simplify that. How can you simplify? In physics, what we do means, these powers, once you make the powers, we don't touch that powers. Okay, we just write exactly like that. So in this case, how to simplify this into powers? Solve 1 by 5 separately. Okay? Then, with that, you multiply with this number. That's enough. So 1 by 5, how much we will get, Michael? Simple, no? 0.1 by 5, how much we get? 1 divided by 5. How much we get, Michael? Already Meenakshi give me, that's why I am asking to Michael. Hello? Nandana? 1 divided by 5. What is the answer? Shoo.
0.2.
0.2. Say like that. 0.2. 1 by 10 to the power of 6. Take it up. So your answer is completed. So this is how we can. We cannot simply say 5 into this. Okay. So take it that whole number, whatever is the digit, solve it and then write this. So this is one way of writing the answer in physics numerical. So if there are more powers, you can make into a symbol like this. So you don't have to go on multiply like that. I think next one you will get easily.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
we can write it also as 2 into 10 raised to minus 7, right?
Yes, that way also you can do it. That's no problem. You can write it that way. So see, anyone has understood what Achyut has said? So instead of writing 10 to the power of minus 6, you can also remove this decimal, 0.2. It's not a problem. What you have to do? Multiply and divide it with 2, 0.2. If you do like that, 0.2 into 10 to the power of minus. Remove this decimal by dividing and multiplying with another 10. Okay. So what you get? Your answer is going to be again 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 because there is an extra 10 is coming. So don't forget that. If you want to remove the decimal, with what power you are multiplying, you have to multiply the division. Suppose it's 100, you make it into 20. 100 by 100, then your answer 20 into 10 to the power of 8. It goes on like that. Okay. So whatever it may be clear, when this powers is used, this answer, and this answer, all are correct. Okay. There is no change in it. Yeah. Now, tell me Achyut, because time up. 9 into this, how much it is? 9 into? Simple, no?
10 raised to minus 7.
Minus 7 you require Achyut. This is? No.
Sorry. 10 raised to 7.
10 raised to 7. Okay. So this is 10 raised to 7. Clear? Okay. So for today, that's enough. Time up. I'm giving you a homework. Okay. I'm giving you a homework. Just give me the values. I will be sending this. Those who are written, you will be getting. Just give me the answers in powers of 10. 50 nanometer. I'm just giving you one example. 50 nanometer, you should write minus 9 meter. Just give me answer like that. Okay. All of you just copy down. This you should do and come. Before you wind up. Otherwise you will forget all that. Yeah. Okay. Total 8. Yeah. First one already I have done. Then you have to remaining one. Just do it and come. Next class we will discuss. Okay. Huh? Finish. Can I shift it, children? You have all finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, children. So we are winding up the session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, welcome. Yes? And then, ma'am? അല്ല ഇത് ക്ലോസ് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ നോ